Hello guys, it's Rob, aka Half Hunter, starting up new series, Hall of Fame difficulty. I'm promising you, you will not be disappointed. You're going to see something that's actually going to help you get better playing against the computer on Hall of Fame difficulty, I promise. I'm going to go right down to the bare bones, 55 rated point guard, starting out the gates, no boost, and then from there I'm going to show you that it is humanly possible to not have the highest rating in the world and have to boost your way to an amazing rating for you to be really good on Hall of Fame difficulty. At least to give yourself the best chance of winning as many games as possible. This is episode 1. See which team I get drafted by, skip all the way through, use my VC to buy some gear for the respective team, and we'll work from there. To confirm, this is what I'm running with. This is how I've used my characters previously. This is what I found works best. The one thing I'm going to say as part of this series, very limited amount of jump shots throughout the series. Very rarely am I going to be shooting a 3-pointer or a mid-range jump shot. I'll explain as I'm going along. Here's what my makeup of my player looks like. Point guard, playmaker, 6'4", slight favour of being 6'4", wingspan through the roof for defensive reasons. Again, I'll explain a little bit more detail. Weight's going to drop down to around 190 just to give myself a little bit more favour in the sense of speed and acceleration, vertical, especially things like, as you'll see there, speed with ball rating, which I'm going to highlight several times that is one of the most important ratings, as is your lateral quickness. Again, I'll reassess that. Shoulder width, again, just expands upon wingspan, right-handed just because, and doesn't really matter with jersey number. That will start because at the beginning of the series I've currently got no subscribers on a brand new channel, so we'll start with number 0 and work our way up. So there's the settings, that's the player I'm using. Now I'm just going to quickly blitz through and smash through all of the games, make it as quick as possible, and then I'll get right to the end, show you which team drafted me and how I'm going to start playing my games. Here it is. The player has been drafted, an immensely low draft pick. Drafted by the Phoenix Suns, pick number 28. In terms of the settings that I used, now this is the same as any other MyCareer that I've used. Options, so settings, Hall of Fame, 12 minutes. I will verify that before every game if I have to. I want to make it crystal clear. This is going to be to help people who play on Hall of Fame difficulty. That's how it's going to be. So, that's the settings. Coach settings. Now, on some previous videos I've done before, I did one ages ago on NBA 2K16, and people wanted to know how to change in terms of so you could like physically see the plays that were being run, whether it was like a set offense that was particular to a team, or if you wanted to, you know, run your own plays by doing them by position or whatever the case might be. So this is how it's done. To confirm, coach settings, make sure you've got offensive play vision. It may be originally as user plays only. Make sure that's set to all plays, and play call messages just set to show all anyway, and manual offense and defense play calling. Controller settings, I guess there isn't too much per se to look at here. And I'd set that automatic shot contest to intense D, so when I'm right up on them, holding the left, in my instance for the PlayStation 4, holding L2 to play intense D, then it will automatically contest a shot. Self-explanatory stuff for the most part. So here's the thing. So currently I've got 2,697 VC. Like I said, I'm going to start from the ground up, so I'm going to have no VC whatsoever to spend on my attributes right out the gate, so I'm literally just going to spend it on clothing for my player. That's it. Right, now we're in the practice gym. We've said to no the moment anything comes up, so anytime that a player approaches you when you first walk in the gym, say no immediately, because you can get some statistical boosts just by choosing no and going and doing your own thing. +1 in intangibles, shot IQ, things of that nature pop up. Now, here's what I do every time I go into the practice gym. Now, pending if it's a team practice, always go and do free throws, because that's the only time you can bump up by 1 on your free throw rating. If it's not the case and it's just a standard practice like this, I go for a few things. This is a go-to every time. Gatorade hand-eye tests, because it does these hand-eye tests there, and then the one on the left, as you can see to the left of the screen, where the various squares pop up and you have to press various buttons and react to them. So you press X, square, triangle and circle depending on what pops up on screen. And if you get a solid score, so if you get on the machine I'm stood in front of right now, if you get 10 or 11, and on the one there on the left with the grey squares you can see on the board there, get around 25 roughly, between 20 and 25 or up towards 30, then you will get a +1 reaction time. And I will say now, that's for me one of the most important stats if you're going to be solid defensively, and particularly because I've made my guy quite a tall, long arm defender. I'm going to prioritise his ability to defend, his lateral quickness, things like that, his defensive IQ stats and things of that nature. After that I'll just go straight to the top right one there for the vertical jump drill, just as a quick one to finish out, because you can occasionally get +1 stamina or something along those lines as an improvement for getting gold as well. Here's a quick demo of this. If you haven't already seen this before, most of you will have done by now I'm sure, but this is how it looks. So this is the first one, using the left and right stick to press the corresponding button, using the right stick and left stick to press the corresponding button. Like I said, it is relatively easy to get 10 on this, because you'll have enough time to press and read and react to it. As we can see here, making relatively light work of it. There we go, I'm already on 10. I'm probably going to get 12 before it's done. Maybe even 13 if I try. I'm going to get 13, there we go. So now this one, I'm going to have to focus a little bit for this one. I'm not going to be able to talk in too much. But yeah, this is a very much a read and react kind of thing. Oh, I pressed the wrong button already. I have to try and guess as to where everything pops up. Oh, God. I have to literally guessing as to where things pop up on the screen and guessing the buttons that are to appear. I sometimes literally guess the locations as to where they might be. So if I happen to get right anyway, then I've got the button ready to select. But as you can see, they've already built up a score of 20. You will notice it reacts quite quickly, so you have to be quick on the buttons, certainly when you're getting towards the latter part. But looking here, we're doing solid. We could get to 30 before it's done. Can we get to 30? There we go. Ah, press the wrong one. Never mind. So 31. So you'll see in a second it'll pop up on screen with a +1 reaction time. You'll see this in a moment. There we go. Gold, +1 reaction time. And I will show you the stats over this for a second. But vertical jump, again, this is bog standard stuff. I'm sure, again, you'll have seen this before. What I use as a guide generally is just when his head just ducks under and into the red section of the bar, and that usually is a relatively good guide to make sure you time that spot on and to make sure you get gold every time. But again, it's a relatively simple drill, and that's a guide for that in particular. So now we're going to, next episode is going to be jumping onto the games themselves. I'll show you how I play from just a 55 rating and work my way up. So keep tabs on that. That'll be in the next episode. Any other questions, pop them in the comments section below. Press subscribe, hit that like button to see more and more helpful tips to get yourselves better on Hall of Fame difficulty on NBA 2K17. Have yourselves a good day, guys. Take care.